What's going on, guys? Cosmic Collector here, and in today's video we'll be opening the Upper Deck Marvel Annual Box Set. This is the 2023 to 2024 Annual Blaster Box. It comes with 6 packs and 5 cards per pack. In my last Upper Deck unboxing, I opened up the DC Annual Blaster Box, so if you haven't seen that video yet, check it out after this one. I've also opened up a couple of other Marvel sets, including the Spider-Man Metal and the 92 Platinum Blaster boxes. And you can find those videos here on the channel as well. It looks like this set comes with new backscatter sticker cards. And we can see Scarlet Scarab and Sam Wilson's cap on the side here. This set also has exclusive blue base parallel cards, similar to the DC Annual set. Here's a closer look at some of the ratios we can pull. It looks like we have the same chances of pulling an original art sketch card as the DC Annual box, 1 in 7,680. But both sets are made by Upper Deck, so I guess that makes sense. Now let's go ahead and open up the box. Alright, so here's our 6 packs, and we only get 5 cards per pack. Hopefully we can pull some good cards. Let's go ahead and move these to the side and open up our first pack. Alright, it says look for creator, autograph, and original art sketch cards. So hopefully we can pull one of those. Alright, for our first card we have Hunter's Moon. Next we have Miss Marvel. For first rarity we have Magic. This is a black and white variant. Nice, for our blue foil we have Vision. And then we have Shadow Kate. It looks like Shadow Cat is just a common. Yep, and then it says blue here for Vision, so this is the blue foil. And then there's nothing there for Shadow Cat, so it must be a common. And then a common on Miss Marvel. And if you want to read any of these, you can just pause the video. And then the common on Hunter's Moon as well. And then for our Magic, it looks like this one's a variant tier 1. So that one's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and put these to the side and jump into our next pack. Nice, we got Daredevil. I love the art on this one, super clean. For our first Summer of Symbiotes, we have Necroco. Not too familiar with this character, but the art's pretty clean. Nice, we got a blue foil and Scarlet Witch, that'll pair with our Vision. Next we have Wynn. Nice, we also got a common on Spider-Boy. And here's a look at the backs of these. Here's our Summer of Symbiotes. It says SY14 in the corner, not sure what that means. This one's pretty cool. Here's a look at our blue Scarlet Witch. I think I like the art more on these cards than the DC Annual. I think the designs are cooler, and I love how the characters come past the border. Alright, next we have Fang. Nice, we got Capwolf. I've always loved his design, and this card's super clean. It says number 1 spot here in the corner. So I'm not sure if that's the rarity. Yeah, it says N1S14 on the top here, so I'm assuming that's for number 1 spot. But that one's pretty cool. They have a new foil on Hellcat. They have a blue foil on Lord Inui. And then a common Abigail Brand. It's common on Fang as well. Yep, this was the blue foil. And then for Hellcat, it looks like this is the Silver Sparkle variant. Or rarity. That one's pretty cool. And here's another look at that Capwolf. Alright, we have the common on Pandora Peters. Nice Mary Jane Watson. That's pretty cool. Then we have Legion for Sins of Sinister. We have the blue foil on Spider-Man. I think this is JR on the art. Then we have Domino. That one's a common. These are commons as well. Then here's our blue foil for Spider-Man. Sounds pretty cool. And here's our Sins of Sinister for Legion. The back of this one's pretty nice. And this one's SS20. Move these to the side. So we have just 2 packs left. Go and open this one first. Alright, we have Jean Grey. That one's pretty cool. We have another black and white variant for Feelong. I'm not too familiar with this character. Nice, we have a blue foil on White Wolf. I'm not sure who this is, but the art's super clean. Then we have Idol Alabaster. Not familiar with them either. Nice, then we got Black Panther for our final card of the pack. Sounds pretty cool. Here's a look at the backs of these. And here's our White Wolf. And then for our Feelong, it looks like this is a variant tier 3. So I'm not sure if that's more or less rare than the magic, but it's pretty cool. Alright, let's go and jump into our last pack. Alright, for our first card we have Misty Knight. Nice, we have Rec Wrap on the Dark Web variant. That one's super nice. I love this design. Then we have She-Hulk for our blue foil. And then we have Thor. That one's pretty cool. And then for our final card we have Moon Knight. Nice. This one's just a common, but still looks pretty clean. And then here we have Thor. Another common. Common on Misty Knight as well. And then here's our blue foil for She-Hulk. And here's our Dark Web Rec Wrap. This one's super cool. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let's go and recap our pulls. Let's take a quick look at our commons. Daredevil is probably my favorite of the commons we pulled. I just love the duality of Matt Murdock and Daredevil, and the art's super clean on this card. And here's our blue foils. So we have Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, Vision, She-Hulk, Lord Inu, and White Wolf. Then we have our Tier 1 and Tier 3 black and white variants. So we have Magic and Feelong. Next we have Capwolf. Capwolf might be my favorite pull from the whole box. I just love his design and the card art is super clean. Next we have Wreck Wrap for our Dark Web variant. And then we have Necroco for our Summer of Symbiotes. Then we have Hellcat for our Sparkle variant. And for our final card, we have Legion on Sins of Sinister. But that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more of these Upper Deck videos or want to see more comic book related content here on the channel. I recently started reading ongoing comics with the launch of the Absolute Universe. And if you want to see what I'm currently reading, you can check out my shorts. But if you'd like to see more comic book related content here on the channel, either more shorts or long form content, definitely let me know what you'd like to see. And since you made it this far into the video, go and check out one of the two popping up on the screen now. The one on the left is a video that YouTube's recommending just for you, and the one on the right is a video that I recommended. And until next time, God bless.